Welcome back to the special edition of Hannity 2013 in Review. Now, we have already counted down the biggest stories of the year. Now it's time to turn our focus to the scandals. And thanks to the bumbling Obama administration, quite a few to choose from. Unfortunately, we had to narrow that list down to 5. Here's what we came up with.
The NSA specifically targets the communications of everyone. It ingests them by default. It collects them in its system.
Does the NSA collect any type of data at all on millions or hundreds of millions of Americans?
No, sir.
It does not.
Not wittingly.
Even if you're not doing anything wrong, you're being watched and recorded.
You've gotten into who they might be Googling. You've gotten into who they might be emailing. What else do you feel that you can get?
With respect to the government's subpoena of phone records at the Associated Press, I'm troubled by the notion that our government would pursue such a broad array of media phone records.
This was done in secret. These AP reporters did not know that these lines were being tapped.
Journalists should not be at legal risk for doing their jobs. Our focus must be on those who break the law.
I don't know what happened there with the interaction between the AP and the Justice Department. I was recused from the case.
We cannot allow the FBI or this administration to deny the Congress access to vital information to tell the story of Benghazi.
The whole issue of talking points, frankly, throughout this process has been a sideshow. There's no there.
We have had a massive cover-up.
The fact is, we had 4 dead Americans. Was it because of a protest, or was it because of guys out for a walk one night who decided they'd go kill some Americans? What difference at this point does it make?
We care, and the American people care, and the families of those 4 brave Americans who sacrificed their lives unnecessarily, they care.
The IRS has admitted to targeting conservatives.
If, in fact, IRS personnel were intentionally targeting conservative groups, then that's outrageous.
You work for us.
Who gave the orders? Where did this come from?
Can you hear us now?
I certainly did not know anything about the IG report.
My question isn't about who's going to resign. My question is, who's going to jail over this scandal?
If you like your doctor, you will be able to keep your doctor, period. If you like your health care plan, you will be able to keep your health care plan.
What we said was you could keep it if it hasn't changed since the law's passed.
The president should honor the commitment the federal government made to those people and let them keep what they got.
I am sorry that they are finding themselves in this situation based on assurances they got from me.
And that was our take on the top 5 scandals of the year 2013. You agree with our list? We want you to continue to sound off on Facebook and Twitter throughout the hour. And while you do that, we bring back our studio audience. Jedediah, here you have the IRS scandal, NSA, Benghazi.
I think the NSA was key, though, because I think that was a moment when Barack Obama lost a lot of people on the left who really care about civil liberties, who really care about these privacy rights. And I think it was also key because the libertarian wing of the Republican Party, the Rand Pauls, were able to come out and really defend those civil liberties. So it was an opportunity to really define which party is standing up for your privacy rights. It's not this administration. Who can we look to protect that? And I think it was a rising moment for the libertarian wing.
Well, I think the one thing we also learned is that we're lied to a lot. We weren't told the truth. How many feel the administration lies and has lied with regularity throughout the year? Hands up high.
With ease.
You're hesitant, Judith Miller. Why are you hesitant about that?
I'm always hesitant about the use of the word lie.
If you like your plan, you can keep it.
Now, we don't know what
Benghazi
he knew
was
when
because
he
of a
made
YouTube
those
video.
statements.
You believe that?
I don't like the word lie when it comes to George Bush, and I don't like it when it comes to Barack Obama, because I think we need to have a civilized discussion about the problems of this country, including the ones we've just been seeing.
You know, Noah, hang on. Noah works at Mediaite, and why do I know if I tell a lie, your website is going to kill me for You're watching me.
Following you.
What's that Tommy guy? He's after me all the time.
It's his job.
It's his job. Well, by the way,
well.
in fair, I like that. That's good for us. Is the president lie to us this year?
I would say that he does, although I share your concern for the use of the word lie, but it is nevertheless true that there were a lot of misleading statements. Of those scandals that you listed, each and every one of those is simmering in the background. They will be a factor in 2014 with the exception of one, the AP scandal, the scandal involving journalists' records. That was addressed immediately, comprehensively. The DOJ opened up back channels to the press, and they created a way for them to air their grievances that weren't so public. That was the one that really got to them.
You don't think the chilling effect is such that the press is scared to death with justification about what could and will happen? Goodness gracious, I am.
You're a Democrat. Did the president lie, or is that word off out of bounds?
The president's credibility has been put in question with actions and words that clearly can't be explained.
Tamara Holder, you started out...
When Bill Clinton is the one lecturing you on honor. Come on.
That's a good point. Tamara, you started out as a pretty staunch believer. Barbara Walters was recently quoted as saying, about the presidency, oh, well, we thought he was going to be the Messiah. Have you lost some of your...
I don't think anybody should think that somebody else is going to be the Messiah. I think that the problem is with this country is the divided nature, specifically like just the panels that we have where we're fighting back and forth about what the problems are of 2013. What about what can we do together as a nation? Because Barack Obama has been a disappointment to me, to many liberals,
Tamara,
and to Democrats. What can we do in 2014? Why can't we have that issue where we can all agree on certain things, like should pre-existing conditions be covered?
Tamara,
all of these problems.
Tamara, how do we possibly have that debate when you have a president that will not allow a debate on health care, even though everything about what he sold us is not true?
Okay,
we can't have that change.
He was reelected in 2012.
So was the Congress.
Well,
they were
Mitt
reelected.
Romney lost because he did not put a good argument
They were elected
forward.
as a check and a balance. We have co-equal branches.
So do we impeach him? So, Sean, I'm asking you, do we impeach President Obama? Is that what you're saying?
Did anyone hear me say that? No, I didn't say that.
What is your solution?
No,
then?
I don't. I think
the
country. We have two very distinct visions for the country right now, and you have the Tamara Holder Obama version, and then we got the Hannity Jedediah version.
Big government. You have big government advocates. You have people that want government to fix these problems, and then you have people that believe in the free market and the private sector. So when you have Republicans coming forth and arguing for purchasing insurance across state lines, these arguments are not being heard because big government advocates want government to have that job.
Yes, absolutely. One of the favorite mistruths, if we're not going to use the word lie, of progressives is that there are no alternatives to Obamacare. Obamacare is terrible, and they will admit that much. But no Obamacare supporter will confess that there are alternative plans, that they've been introduced in Congress. We should be talking about those plans. If you want to talk about coming together, we're ready. But we have to first recognize
Tamara,
Obamacare is failing.
I'm ready. I am ready.
You're not ready. What would you talk about? This is all about scandals and lies and conspiracies and all this crazy stuff.
It's a really tough. Wait, on a serious note, it's a tough year when our kids are lied to about keeping our plan, keeping their doctor, when we're lied to about Benghazi being connected to a YouTube video, when our government spies on us when we're not aware of it. This is the United States of America. We have constitutional rights to privacy. We're going to take a break. Sorry. We'll come back. We'll continue. And coming up, it's